David, just an update really on Ndiaye. How is he?
He's fine. He's trained today, so hopefully everything's okay.
And he's been in tremendous form, hasn't he? And we see a lot of speculation, about his future and, about people wanting maybe, being interested in him. Is it important that the club keep hold of players like that now?
Well, I don't really see the speculation because I'm not looking probably, but look, I think he's got a 3.5-year deal here, maybe more. So it's something which we're fully aware of. He's playing really well. It'd be wrong for teams not to talk about him because he's foreign. But here at Everton, we're building a team. We want to build with players like Illy. So we've got no intention of letting him go, that's for sure.
The focus once again has turned to the strikers, and we saw the missed chance against Sunderland and the frustration. Is it a difficult balance for you? Because we hear fans asking about changing to Alcaraz maybe up front and different. Is it a difficult balance in the way that you have to deal with this situation?
Well, I think we're all wanting more centre forwards to score goals. I think when I came in last season, nobody expected Beto to score any goals. Beto done fantastically well. Probably helped make sure that we were a Premier League team by his goals and his opportunities he made in the second half of last year. So we're not going to just give up on them right away, but we're putting them under pressure to score goals as well. We need to give them a bit of confidence, a bit of belief, but they have to give something back as well. They have to show what they can do to get the jersey.
There's a frustration there, isn't there, for everyone, especially probably the two strikers themselves, because they'll want to do better. But when you look at what you're creating in games, do you think you're getting what maybe you should get from games because of that?
I think we've created quite a bit, and maybe not getting enough. I think our return from the forwards at the moment isn't good enough, but I could say that as well. Maybe I'm saying maybe I want my centre halves to score more goals, or maybe I want my full backs to create more goals. So I think there's a lot of things which you have to take into it, not just the centre forwards.
Yeah, Fulham here at the weekend. It's an interesting fixture, but an ex-Everton manager coming back as well, which always adds a bit to it. What do you make of what Marco Silva's done at Fulham?
Well, Marco's done a brilliant job at Fulham. I wouldn't say Fulham were ever really not that stable since they got back into the Premier League, but I think over recent seasons they've actually become a really good side. Fulham, good players. I think they've recruited well over several years. It's not just been a 1 year thing. I think they've been able to do it over time. I think Marco's done a really good job, and continues to do a good job.
I must just ask you, the England team has been announced today. No Jack Grealish. Is that? How do you see that? I mean, I know you're not going to pick Thomas Tuchel's team, but is it a good thing, a bad thing for you?
I thought you were going to ask me about the Scottish team. We've got two huge games. We've got two huge games more important to me than the England team, to be honest.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as Jack's concerned, I think he makes his 200th Premier League game if he plays tomorrow.
Yeah, well, Jack. We get asked about Jack in every press conference, which is rightly so, and that tells you how well he's done, but also what he's thought of by many supporters in England and the UK. We're really pleased with how he's doing. We want him to keep adding to his tally of assists, and a couple of goals more as well would help. I've said many times that Thomas Tuchel will pick his team, and he has to decide what he wants. At the moment, Jack's doing really well here for us.
Wish you had a Scottish grandmother or something.
Well, I'm checking. I think the Irish might have something to say about that, to be honest.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks, Alan. We'll go to Simon at Premier League Productions.
Thank you.
Hi, Simon.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Talking about appearances as well, Michael Keane, if he plays this weekend, it will make his 350th Premier League appearance. Considering where Michael maybe was before you came back here and potentially going in a mini wilderness, shall we say, how pleased have you been of his response subsequently?
I think he's done really well. He done really well last year. And before I came in, they told me that, at the start of the season, he'd actually started the season and played well, and I think he came out of the team and probably didn't get himself back in. But it's his level of professionalism when he's not involved. He went about his business in the right manner, trained well, didn't sulk about not being in the team, and overall just done a really good professional job off the field and behaving like a professional. he's got his back to. He's got more opportunities, and he's now in the team. I thought he played really well at the end of last season. I think it was away what he certainly scored at Fulham last year. He played great at Newcastle in the last game of the season. So I'm pleased for him because he does such a good job. He's gone about his work really steady, and long may that continue at the moment.
I was just reading some Alan Haig's stats, but I was reading before about your passing percentage is, in terms of passes completed with Everton, is as high as it's ever been in any of your spells here at the football club in terms of the number of passes, the number of completing passes as well. Is that something that specifically you can work on? Well,
it's something we wanted to make different. I think that when I came in, I think it was something which Evertonians were looking for a bit of a change, and I think we've tried to do that. We're not as I say, we can't change everything in one fell swoop. We can only do certain bits, but I think that we've done that quite well. Certainly, the players we've brought in, we've tried to bring in some players who've got really good footballing qualities. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, Jack Grealish to mention is certainly given us a lift with that, and I think the players as well. People like Jimmy Gardner's playing probably as well as he's ever played. So, as we talked about Iliman Ndiaye, how he's playing. So I think them keeping hold of the ball better, playing better, I think showed. I think against Tottenham, I think it was a stat came out that it was only Man City had kept more possession against Tottenham than we had. So is it a good thing? Possession means something, maybe, if you get goals from it. At the moment we're maybe not getting the goals from it, but we're certainly a lot more balanced in how we're playing and how we're trying to play.
And just finally, if I may, you said about everybody needing to weigh in with the goals, not just the couple of lads that have been playing up at the front. Is that something as well that you've been spending more time on, or is it something that will come naturally to them, or how does that work?
Well, what we can do is we can go out and train and practice more finishing, give everybody their finishing practices in their position specific to try and get more goals. We need to do that, but let's be fair, at most clubs you need your number 9 to get yourself some goals. We need that, so we're not hiding away from the fact. But it shouldn't take away from us needing more number 5s to score from corner kicks, or assists coming from the fullbacks. All those things have to play their part in it. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody chips in. Beto hadn't scored any goals last season when we first came in. I think he had one and ended up going on to get 8 or 9 in the second part of the season. So it can change very quickly for strikers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Simon. We'll go to Julia at Radio Merseyside.
Hi there.
On the strikers then, because there is so much focus and everyone talks about it, and the camera zooms in on Beto Barry when he goes to the bench, and he looked devastated when he came off. How are they coping in here at the moment with that level of pressure? Do you have to protect them from that?
Yeah, a little bit we do, but they also have to be able to take responsibility for the roles they play in the team. You come to any football club. If you're a goalkeeper, you have to keep the ball out the net. If you're a centre-half, you probably have to head it and block and do all the right things. Centre-forwards have to get into the right positions, have to try and score. And when you're not doing that, then obviously, as you rightly said, probably focus goes on them, I should say. But look, we like the both of them. They're both very honest, big boys. So we hope that the goals are going to come.
Tyler Diblings had a call up to the England under-21s. He was someone that you persisted with in the summer and you were keen to bring, and he came in for quite a big fee. Mm-hmm. What more does he have to do to break into the Everton first team? Because I appreciate it's difficult and he might need experience. How does he get that?
Well, at the moment he's got Iliman Ndiaye and he's got Jack Grealish in front of him. So that's probably the reason why he's finding it really difficult to break into the first team. We also we want him to up his levels, up his training. But I always sort of think about it when I first came in here, Leighton Baines, John Stones, you could name them, Joe and Lescott, go on and on, who all had to sort of sit and wait their time and wait for the right moments and find their way into the team. So that's the way it is, and I think for Tyler at the moment he'll have to do that as well.
Do you think because he came in for the big fee, though, that's where the focus is coming, and especially when maybe you need quite a lot of players coming in?
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's that big a fee, to be honest, in the football and the clubs we're dealing with in the Premier League.
How close is your team then to being complete, your squad? Because January will come around relatively quickly. Do you want to be active? How many more would you like to come in?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I've got to that point how many I would want to put in. I think every window gives you an opportunity to try and improve your squad if you can do. We didn't bring MD in January except Charlie Alcaraz on a loan last January, so we didn't have any players brought in January. So I think we would be out there trying to be busy, but you know, I see the pen's writing there, but that doesn't mean to say I'm going to be busy.
January's been quiet for quite some time, so yeah, is it just a case of the deal's right?
Yeah, I think so. I think now we're in a different position. We're much more better positioned financially with the new owners, and no, they'll certainly back us with a certain amount of money. So we'll be looking around to see what could help if possible. It's never ever been a brilliant window. People would tell you that, but you know, we're a side which are probably trying to build on every year or every window if we can do.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, Julia. Any further questions in the open section before we move on?